control at all in either arms, okay? I want to get myself in a good position, yes, so that I could assist best. And so probably I'm going to be here. Some people will be straddled the client. It depends on what works for you, okay? I'm comfortable doing it this way, but I'm not going to be in front of them. Okay, that's definitely one place I'm not going to be. Okay, now if she really has no control at all, I might just come in here and try to initiate something here, okay, and maybe use some head control. We're going to do that more with spinal cord, okay? But what I'm trying to do here is just kind of give her a feel of where I want her to go and really starting to ask these muscles to come in. But I'm not being able to tap into here because my hands are up here. So if I come here and start doing some tapping, maybe some this, right? More facilitation. That's if somebody has nothing. But if somebody has one, we'll say one arm here, right? And this arm is here. I might tap, okay? I might tap here to bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, right? But I might want to give some approximation here through the joint. Now, when I give you that approximation through the joint, what do you feel? Pressure. That's exactly it. Okay? So the approximation is going through the joint line. And it's saying to the muscles around the joint, wake up, activate. Now, what I'm doing is intermittent ones, right? If I do them a couple times, that's fine. If I do it and keep you there for an hour, what am I going for? Activation or fatigue? Fatigue. So if somebody has such flexion here that they're bound, I might put them in that position and make them stay there for a longer period of time to fatigue the muscle out. Or I may have to put them in this position to do some weight bearing just to activate the muscle. Okay? So now the person is here. To go from here to standing, how am I going to do it? Well, I have a couple of options. I could go to sideline. We'll do that. One group will be here, so I need two people here, okay? And one person's going to come here with Kristen, okay? And this group is going to go from prone on elbows to sideline. This group is going to go from prone on elbows to, what do you think? Well, before we get to quadruped, not to kneeling yet. Kneeling is after quadruped, right? Prone on extended elbows, okay?
Oh, we're going.
There you go. So, because that traditionally is the developmental sequence, right? You go from prone on elbows to prone on extended elbows, okay? So, we have a group, you're going to do prone on extended elbows with her, and you're going to figure out how you're going to facilitate her up.
Yes, you are, Nicole.
And I need two here, fast. Fast. So prone on elbows, and just move it back a little so you don't kill each other. Okay, I need somebody, a therapist with him. You want to be a therapist? Good. Okay. So you're going to do prone to sideline. Okay? I want you guys to think. Okay? Have your patient do the movement first and just watch the movement. So you go up onto prone on extended elbows. And you see what she did?
That's what I was going to have her do.
See what she did? You've got to bring those arms in, because otherwise you're like this. So she didn't bring them in far enough yet. Okay, so now you know where to start. You roll towards either side. And now Richard, no. Oh, I don't know. I can't get my kids' names right. This is terrible.
Okay.
So what do you think about it? If he knows that the patient's going to roll that way, where would he want to be? The other side. So go back.
Yeah.
All right, go back into prone on elbows. All right. Now, where do you think the motion could occur with him? There's two places. It could come at the hip, or it may not come at the hip, and it needs to come at the shoulder. Okay? So let's say at this point that it's coming at the shoulder. Okay? So did you get her up?
Yeah, I brought her.
Okay, well, we want her to do as much as she possibly can.
Okay. So, Kristen,
So,
facilitate.
oh, see what she's doing though right away? She's saying, Kristen, watch this. I want you to bring your arm back. What did she just do there? Look, Kristen, I want you to bring your arm back. I don't know, what am I saying? Whatever. Look what she said to her. She's what? She's demonstrating, but what is she demonstrating? Do it again. No, just,
I want you to bring your arm back.
She's weight shifting at her shoulder, just like you weight shifted the leg. Okay, so that tells you that the first thing is that she's got to weight shift off of that arm, not a tremendous amount, but enough, right, to allow that arm. So you're gonna teach her how to weight shift, okay?
Yeah.
All right, that's only half the battle. Now you gotta get that extended into elbows. Okay, so now you go.
So
Okay,
weight
so
shift
you're
and
gonna
bring
prop
one
up onto
in, weight
this
shift
one,
and bring the other
this
in.
forearm right here. I want you to
And now-
bring your shoulder back. Okay.
So now think about it. A key point for he could go up on that elbow right there, but if that's his good side, he may be able to do it.
Yeah.
If it's not, he probably is not going to be able to do it. So come back down on your elbows, and so what ends up happening is they go down completely to prone again.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay? And then where does the action really occur? By keeping this arm straight, and if you're using the shoulder, it's like pushing into me here. Push into me. Push, 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 push. And what's that quick stretch? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys? Or where does it work much better for a quick stretch? Where do you think? At the pelvis, right? Okay, so that's one way. And then you can get him back up onto elbow.
Okay.
Or he can go back onto the elbows from the beginning. Why am I doing two at the same time? Well, there's two different ways of doing it. Well, why else am I doing it?
can't do it one way, you might be able to do the other.
Absolutely, to show you there's variability. And also to show you that while you're working with Mr. So-and-so, your eyes better be on Mr. So-and-so, but they're probably looking at somebody else too treating, because you're gonna learn a lot from that person treating. Okay? You have to learn to quickly process, okay, and quickly look side to side. All right, so now, let's get him in sideline and stay in sidelining. Let's get Krista into prone on elbows, extended elbows.
Okay, so she weight shifted back already. So, hey. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right today. And then I was trying to facilitate triceps.
So you could, but right there, the triceps aren't the bursting there, right?
Doing the back.
Back extensions, right? Yes, they are the bursts there. So that's where you want to try to get that muscles going, right? If you need to, okay? And then here is where the stability comes in for here, right? And you may need to do approximation, okay? But usually this is not a very comfortable position, right? So many times people will bypass prone on elbows and go into quadruped. So let's do that. So go back on prone on elbows. And you figure it out, and then we'll come back to you. So he's on sideline. Where'd you go? You got to stay in sideline. Now sideline, where are we going to go from here?
I don't know, where are you trying to?
Ultimately, we're going to stand up. So what would be the next thing, logical? And he's on a mat or bed. Say, hey, sideline.
Don't do that. It's working.
Yeah, so we call that
Almost
sideline.
like a rocking.
Slide your legs out.
Okay, and what?
It's like slide your legs out.
We can slide his legs out in front of him, okay? But that's going to require a lot of what? A lot of trunk control. So where do you think he's going to go next? Yeah, that hand will help, right? And so where is the key point of control coming from and going to?
That's good.
So,
So as you're gonna.
all right, here,
Alright.
just come up, I want to show you. So look at this, this is the motion, okay? It's coming up, go back down. Okay, you don't even have to move my legs, just let them go where they feel like they need to go. So if I'm here and here, okay? Yes, absolutely. But it's really through the trunk. So here's the pelvis, is the key point of control, and then this is assisting. I'm here just guiding. I might not have to be. I might have to be here and push, 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 into extension.
And now,
Okay? All right?
on your
So try that.
Bring it back. Yeah. Establish it. Yeah.
So how do we get our butt up in the air?
oh, one leg at a time, one twist.
Oh, that's cute. The students did that the other day too. I thought it was good. I hope you did the same way. It was really cute. They were like, yeah. It was so cute. I'm like,
No, I said weight shift. Okay, so you're gonna when you're going to bring your arms back, when you weight shift onto the left, it's gonna open you up a little bit to bring this leg underneath you and in a little bit, and then you weight shift that side and this side. And I'm gonna have to help.
okay. Yeah. No, whatever. Let's see.
Okay, try.
Just do it. That's the word.
So weight shift on this side and bring.
Can I do the right side first?
Yes, that's fine. And then I'm gonna get in your way.
And I wonder why she said, "Can I do the right side first?"
Why? Why do you want to do your side?
I don't know, I just want to do the right side.
I think
Are you
because
weaker?
I think because therapist's right leg was there, and she can bang up against it, right? What do you think? And stability. I would if I was doing that. I'm pretty cheap.
Lazy.
Yes. Okay. But that's a lot of work, right? I'm sorry. That's a lot of work for patients. Okay. And for patients for external rotation.
Right.
Okay. So while somebody might do that, you could yank them up, but that's a lot of work for who?
For you.
And you look pretty crappy today. Like, you look like me, right? So I would say that I might come over here, okay? And I might be in this position, and this is the mass that has to move, okay? So I might say, push it to my hands, push, 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 more, push, push, push. Now who's working? Push. I think she's working, and I'm taking a break, okay? It's okay. We're going to know each other very well. Okay? All right. Or I might say I have to get her up a little bit to just rock her side to side a little, okay? To weight shift, and now start pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, push, push, push. And at the same time, you're teaching them how to use their what? Their arms to crawl back. But now she's here, and remember, she might have one side that's weak, and it's probably this side since I'm on this side. And I might be here providing what? Again, approximation or support, if nothing else. And now I'm going to ask her to come up on extended elbows. So, okay? And she might do it beautifully like that. She still wants to keep those arms out in front of her. So bring them back. Or she may not be able to do it, so I would have a free hand to do this hand on this arm, if I need to, and stabilize the pelvis here with my body. Okay? Does that make sense? So that I'm not killing myself. So now she's here. She's in quadruped, and where were you in sitting? You still ain't in standing. This has been a long day. You're not standing. How are we going to get you into standing? Well, we're going to go to what? Tall kneeling. Tall kneeling first, okay? Because half kneeling, yeah, I'm going to kill myself. So tall kneeling. So tall kneeling, she's going to, so what do you think? She's going to bring her hands all the way back and bring her butt here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of work then, because then the mass has to come from all the way here again, all the way up. Yes, extend her back. So I might be here, okay, and now I might be just a stabilizer here. Head up, head up, head up, head up, head up, head up, head up. Use your shoulders, use your back, use your butt, okay? And what she's doing is she's leaning all into me. Now, do you remember I said, that was good, I like it. Do you remember I said I'm going to show you a video tomorrow? And I'm going to say, you're going to say, why on earth? That is the lady in the video. The therapist is like killing herself. All right? Now, is there a purpose? There may be a purpose. I could definitely work a lot on shoulder control, hip control. That's what that table told us, right? Quadruped is great for head control, shoulder control, neck control, trunk control, hip control, everything, right? Works on range of motion, all of that stuff. It's fantastic. But to get somebody in this position, then to get them out of it may be hard, up into standing, vice versa, right? But the thing that I might use quadruped for is when someone falls to the floor, they need to know how to get into quadruped and do what? Get up. And probably if they're at home, I'm going to tell them to creep, which is what we normally think is crawling. Creep to what? A couch, something stable, and pull yourself up onto it, okay? Rather than coming through half kneel, because if they fell, they're going to fall again. Very good. Okay, so now she's in quadruped. I could get her up into tall kneel, so I'm going to get her into tall kneel, all right? And now, we'll say that this is her, well, this could be her weaker side or her stronger side. I usually, at this point, I hate to say it, I usually like to be on her stronger side for half kneel. Reason because I'm really a pain sometimes, okay? For my body size, I like to get the involved lower extremity up into the half kneel position first. Okay, so we'll say that this is your weaker side, so this is your strong side. So look a little stronger. So look a little stronger. So I'm going to weight shift her here and then lift this leg up. That's easier. This is hard. If this was her weaker side, she'd be holding a lot there. Okay? But now what's difficult is what? Now we got to stand. So now I got to relocate myself, not get her hair, and we're going to come up, 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 up. Okay? Now, I really wasn't in a great position. I want to get my foot a little bit more here. Okay? But so what I would ask her to do would be what? Use her arms. How about those chops and lifts you learned? Right? That's when it comes into really good play. And especially if they got one arm that's weak. Put your hands together, go from a chop to a lift. Okay, in PNF, or straight up, or just reach out. That's why you learn these diagonals. They help you move, yes? Okay? Does that make sense? So you're standing. Absolutely. Okay, so, all right, so like this, so chop, and then a lift. It's just the opposite. Yeah, so if I'm here, okay, and I want someone to get up, I want up to where I want to go. Okay? So when we're down, it's down to where I want to go. If nothing, it's just up. If nothing else, this is what I prefer, hand on hip.